Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Type A podcast. Today, we'll be talking about the types of depression and how we can fix them. We have our guest speaker here, DanielJDC.
Hey yo, what's up?
So,
Okay, we'll start off live, okay?
yeah.
So, how have you been during your school holidays?
Well, it's been alright, honestly. The 9 weeks that we went to school were just
It was
hectic, yeah. Teachers were constantly putting work upon us. Homework all the time. Tests all the time.
It's quite a lot.
Being in year 11 is just... It's hectic, deep.
Yeah, wait until next year.
Oh yeah, next year's gonna be a lot worse.
Oh, yeah, by the way, if you don't mind, guys, follow me at DanielJDC on Insta.
Yeah.
And ladies, I'm single. Hit up my line. 0438. No, I'm joking. I'm playing.
No, if you're gonna follow him on Insta, then follow me. It's V4N5H. You won't be able to remember it, but do it anyway. So, this podcast is all about, I guess, lightening up people's moods. Talking about, yeah. We're not gonna be so deep the whole time, fam. It's like, oh yeah.
I mean, we can pretty much relate to the topic, considering we're teenagers ourselves. So.
Yeah, that's the idea.
You want to start us off?
Yeah, you might want to move a little bit closer.
Oh,
you can literally
okay.
see, yeah.
Sorry.
So, So now we'll be talking about depression. Depression?
Yeah.
Yeah, depression.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I blanked out.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, have you, had any instances of where you experienced depression or where you thought you had?
Well, I guess you could say every time I have a maths test, you know, you feel like you want to give up, but there's this point where you just want to be like, I want to succeed. And then you just go through the maths test, you're like, oh god, I can't answer any of these damn questions, man.
No. I might drop out methods,
Yeah.
considering all the stress.
I'm a specialist, man. Don't even ask.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't know. I mean, I had a few instances in my life early on, I guess in year 9,
Yeah.
where I was at my lowest, and those days or nights where I just bawled my eyes out. And what really kept me going, I don't want to get religious here, but God, He's always been there for me, and whenever I needed someone to talk to, He was always there, and I feel so much better with Him in my life. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get people to convert or anything. But,
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can say it.
But God is a vessel where you can trust Him and trust all your problems, and you can find peace.
Say that for any religion too.
Yeah, exactly.
With me, I guess, thanks to a certain situation we call lockdown, I was stuck in India for about a year or two, because, well, I only wanted to go to India for a year after I left Heathdale, because as some of us know already, I was pretty much bullied in Heathdale for 4 years, and when I went there, every Indian kid knows that the year 10 there is literally suicidal. 15% of people who do that course actually commit suicide per year. And, well, lockdown came around at the start of March or something, and that was the time when our flight was going to leave to come back to Australia, and hearing that I had to do year 10 in India was the most, I guess, depressing moment of my life. You don't expect it, and I guess it felt kind of, sad, because hearing about how hard the course was, you just didn't want to do it.
No,
Like, we all know how hard doing school is, and we've already heard about how, you know, India is one of the top leaders of the, I guess, world curriculum. And yeah, I'm alive, people.
That's good.
It's possible. Yeah, it's actually possible to do the curriculum if you study hard enough. Not hard, smart enough.
Oh yeah, true.
Because studying hard and then doing the wrong topic, it doesn't help you. Trust me. I have enough D's to prove. Like, it's just, I guess student depression is something that everybody can relate to, because we've all been in school at some point.
Obvious.
And, well, yeah, I guess.
I think it really comes down to, like, determining whether you actually have depression, you know, because there's some poses out there say, oh, you know, I'm depressed and all that.
True depression isn't shown by, you know, being sad all the time. True depression is shown when you, like, can't do some tasks without, like, literally just telling yourself that you can't do it. It's not possible. But the depression just makes you spiral downwards, as the term depression makes up, and you just don't want to continue anymore.
You can't find that, you know, self-esteem.
Yeah.
And motivation.
Motivation is something you need to have,
Obviously.
because I've had a couple of friends who were demotivated at certain points of their life, and I guess all of us at Good News can pretty much relate to that, because we had lockdown pretty much changing the way we, you know, studied, online classes. You should have seen how India did it. India, the government made it mandatory for you to keep your video and audio on at all times.
What?
Not even kidding. And yeah, it was quite, oh god, you just felt like you were being watched at all times. It was just, it's like, you could have been in any situation, you had to have your video camera on, even if you didn't have one. Like, you had to get one. Like, and then there was the fact that our school was basically changing their, I guess, schedules every week, constantly turning us. There were only 4 people in year 10, no one in year 11 or 12, and I was school captain. So basically the principal kept looking at me for pretty much everything, because yeah, I guess it just kind of put me in a downward spiral. I mean, like, sure, going to India, it boosted my confidence quite a bit, but if I'm being honest, it also caused me to lose some of my Australian ways. Like, because you want to chill, but now my teachers tell me I take too much notes, I do too much of everything, and I pretty much try to overachieve, and that's something I can't get rid of.
You know, once it's like, you know, engraved in you, you know, it's pretty hard
You
to
can't
get rid
take it
of.
back.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
And I guess you know, with you just, you know, have to find that time to, you know, relax and to take time away.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, you have your time as well. It's not always about, you know, school and all that.
Yeah.
And I know, like, you're a people person. Like, you like to help people. You know, just
I
make
try my
sure to,
best.
you know, help yourself first before you help other people.
Yeah.
And, you know, back in year 9, I was like that. You know? And that was the reason why I didn't find time for myself. And that's why I, you know, saw the world differently, in a more negative light.
Yeah, I get that. That's, I mean, now I've started looking at the world positively, as we all see. There's you know, found a purpose, finally.
It's good to hear.
And it's just, depression is something no one can ever remove, but we can nullify it, which we will talk about later in the podcast.
Oh my god. Why laughing? No, I'm joking.
I guess it's just we all need to find some time for ourselves in this hectic world that we live in. We have, I guess, the internet is kind of a way we can, you know, move away from some of that stuff.
But at the same time, it can contribute.
Yeah, it can contribute quite quietly. Like, if you do not have much confidence, then posting on social media is something that can cause a little.
That took me so long.
Yeah.
I was a pretty big guy.
Took me like 2 to 3 years.
It took me about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Social media is something that can cause. When you're younger, it just causes something to happen to you, I guess. Hey. Cheeky. Yeah, it just causes you to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
You lose all self, confidence. Every time I go into Instagram Live, which a lot of people request me to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I get rated every time. Like, even now, I got rated by some of my previous classmates from Heatdale. And they pretty much ruined the whole live stream concept for me. So I guess don't let other people get to you. The pressure that some people can give you can sometimes just cannot help.
Yeah, really.
That doesn't help at all.
That contributes to the causes of depression.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into
in a bit. Yeah. We also have, what else can I say? We have pretty much everyone around us causing depression. We also have the stereotypes. The stereotypes are one of the worst things.
We're talking about causes after, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's the next segment.
Yeah, next segment. Cut here.
Alright, we're going on to the next topic now. And we're back, guys, with causes of depression in teenagers.
What's your idea of causes?
Well, I guess a real factor is family.
Really?
Well, for me at least.
Oh,
It can be sometimes like, how we are treated. As you can...
Actually, in general, yeah.
In general, yeah.
I don't know why I asked that. My brain went blank. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, because I've been told by a bunch of people that their family is the main cause of how they get depressed and how they can't do stuff. Because if you have strict parents, then you start doubting decisions you make.
Exactly.
And if you have chill parents, you start sometimes forgetting decisions to make.
I guess it's just that, your parents want you to be that, the ideal child. For you to be successful.
Yeah, that's for pretty much all of us.
Yeah.
All of our parents want us to be successful. And sometimes that perfectionism that some people want
It goes too far.
It goes too far. And it causes major depression in some cases for most teenagers. Because, sure, we have tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why do we do those tests? For our future, and to may or may not impress our parents. To be fair, come on. We're always so happy when we get a 90% in a test, don't we?
Obviously.
I mean, that's rare in high school nowadays, isn't it?
It's rare in our school.
It's rare in our school. It's just 50% average, fam. Not even 50, it's probably 40, 30 right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a little pain for all of us.
Yeah. And I guess, basically if you put everything together into one spectrum, it would be the cause of depression would be falling to identity.
Yeah.
And sometimes people want to fit into that certain group or to be the ideal person that society
wants them to be.
Approves. Yeah. And, you know, what we touched on earlier about social media, that can contribute to that.
Yeah, like on social media, we see boys and girls with perfect images.
I know, yeah.
Like how they have, for boys,
the
it's like
Jackson,
6-pack
bro.
abs,
Woo!
6 foot
Damn.
handsome boy.
I know.
With them, perfect jawline.
Oh, yeah.
And don't even get me started about girls' body images.
Sheesh!
Wait, hold on. I was like, nah, it's just like, no, they want them to have curves, but also to be skinny.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no one wants to waist over 9 inches. Like, come on, fam. Oh.
Yeah, and that touches on to this thing I learned in psychology.
Yeah.
I think it's called Erickson's psychosocial development, and I believe it's like the 5th or 4th stage. So it's identity versus confusion.
Oh, yeah.
And that's between the age brackets of 12 and 18. Basically, if a teenager doesn't, find their identity or find their purpose in life,
Then they're gonna be lost.
yeah, they're gonna be confused.
That's not very helpful for any of us. Because it's just a lot of people nowadays are concerned about a lot of issues. And to be fair, thanks to what we've been through, our generation has become really soft. It's like no one can take a joke anymore. Like, I'm not even kidding. I use Discord, right?
Yeah.
And I was in I was in a server, and I made one joke, right? I got warned.
Wait, was I there? No.
No, not my server.
My
server is,
okay.
it's really nice and you should join it.
No.
Hey, yo,
I'm joking. Yes.
Yeah. You're not gonna promote him to co-owner if one person joins.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's okay. But basically, the server is full of people between the age of 13 to 17 around.
Oh, okay,
I've seen people with 18, yeah. And there's this person, I guess staff team pretty much hates me because I'm an older teenager, right?
Yeah.
And most of them are like 13, 14, and I'm a almost 16-year-old, like just joking around.
So what was your joke? What were you joking about? If you care to.
It wasn't like, I forgot what it was because it was like 6 months ago, but it was something to do with, I guess, lockdown. Something to do with lockdown, apparently. It was like, I wonder why this happened, and then I got pretty much warned, and then I almost got banned by the owner. And the owner never, the owner talks a lot on the server. They're a famous influencer, and I can't say their name or else I'll probably get sued.
Like, can you whisper it? Wait. Okay, I don't know her, never mind.
Yeah, no.
Show the YouTube channel later.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
But we can tell that the generation has become quite soft to some things. It's like, we could make so many jokes in 2010 and you'd actually laugh. But if those 2010 jokes were brought into 2021,
they wouldn't survive.
Get
so much backlash, controversy.
We've already talked about, how depressed a certain person named Lil Nas X was.
Really?
Lil Nas X, the person who went from being a cowboy to being a
devil worshiper.
He's not a devil worshiper.
Yeah, I know. So,
yeah, no, everyone thinks he's a devil worshiper.
Yeah, I know, because of his music video.
Yeah, because if you actually look at the meaning behind the song, it's actually something to worship God by. You'll
Okay.
Let me explain.
Yeah, elaborate. Yeah.
Because it has Bible verses, and it says that God doesn't outlaw LGBTQ people. Everyone's the same to him. Okay.
That's it.
In the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Some things, sure, they're outlawed, but they're not, I guess. Try not to be controversial here.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I mean. It's it's not bad to be someone of a, I guess,
A certain
sexuality, yeah. And there's no need to, constantly berate people for whatever they do. Because what he made is art. But basically everybody went against him for it.
Yep.
And he was depressed. He was actually anxious and depressed, and he didn't know what to do afterwards, because we all saw in his messages that were just he was scared about revealing himself to the world, and that he wrote a message to his 14-year-old self that, he didn't want to come out to the world, but he did. And now he wants to be the representative for queer people.
Is it representative? There you
Representative, yeah. Representative, like what the heck? Yeah. So, he found his cause. He found his motivation, right? And now he's living the best life. He's got 2 number 1s. He's got 4 diamonds. Platinum, sorry.
There you go.
Platinums, yeah. And he's not as depressed anymore. Like, sure, he got sued and he lost $67,000 worth of money. But, like, he's winning. He's winning. And in that way, we all have our causes of depression, anxiety, and not being able to come out to the world in any way, like, artistically.
Oh, okay, good, you clarified.
Clarified it. Let's not do that. Because, like, I guess some things can be a bit hard. The way society tries to shape us, it kind of puts us in this way that we can't express ourselves to the world without being berated for whatever we do. And I guess it's just kind of sad to see what happens in this world.
That's the reality, the harsh reality.
The harsh reality is that we have people from, I don't know, old people controlling pretty much everything now. Like, I mean, what do I say? It's like
old people, what?
I mean, have you seen the presidents, prime ministers? They
Yeah.
They have to be above an age, and then they're in charge of making decisions that affect all of us. I guess.
Obviously, it's government.
So, like, we had the TikTok ban, where pretty much everyone who wanted to express themselves on TikTok got knocked around, and it was a wild ride. I mean, personally, I don't use TikTok.
We lie.
No, seriously, I actually don't.
You actually don't?
I actually never use TikTok, and
Okay.
nobody believes me.
You probably did some TikToks and just deleted them afterwards.
Am
I wrong?
No, actually, I have an account, right? Because I don't want my username to be taken. But otherwise, like, I've lost access to that account 5 or 6 times. And whenever people tell me to log into TikTok, I'm just like, I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just didn't like how TikTok was structured in some places, because I guess they were just causing standards of, I guess, minors, you could say.
Oh,
like 13. They were putting the minor standards up above what it should have been. Because they're only minors, people. And then I heard from these minors, it's like they quit TikTok because they got comments about what they should have done, what they should look like, and their image. And that caused them to become depressed. And that was something I absolutely hated. And considering I'm a minor myself, everybody below the age of 18 has now been banned from using TikTok. Like, no, posting on TikTok. Publicly. Like, you have to be accepted into that page. Which, some people might have said it was a bad decision, but I honestly think it was a decently good decision, considering what some people were doing. But now we have Instagram Reels. Oh, that failed, didn't it, TikTok? Oh, that begs the question, how's Charlie still posting?
I have no idea. She probably made a deal or something.
Probably made a deal with TikTok, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, everyone thinks that celebrities don't get depression. They get the
Everyone
worst.
gets
Everyone gets
Everyone's
depression.
human, obviously. Everyone gets it.
You may think that people crying on the internet is something that, that's faked for views, right?
Sometimes.
Look, some people do it.
Sometimes.
I'll be honest, some people do it. But most of the time, people are being real about their emotions, and seeing so many bad comments about them and memes about them in the comment section doesn't help. Like, we saw how, I guess, KSI left it, like, on Twitter. He left it to his management, and then just, boom, he's out. KSI also suffers from depression. Like, he's talked about it in the past, but yeah, we've seen his Reddit. The Reddit is just roasting him to no, I guess,
To no extent.
And while he may be comfortable with it sometimes, there are some times where he could just, I guess, not feel as good. And it's why he can't post daily. Like, he may be busy and doing other stuff, but most of the time with creators, we can't post because we're just depressed about seeing more comments for some reason. Like, people posting on social media, we all see that, well, at least for me, if I got one dislike, I'd literally hate myself for the rest of the year. Like, I don't know why, it's just this perfectionist thing I have. And I've seen with, like, my friends, for example, if someone gets a bad comment, then I've seen them literally try to change themselves for that one comment. And it's just sad to see how social media has become a really big influencer in our life. I mean, personally, I'm an influencer.
Yeah.
And I've experienced firsthand all of the bullying that you could possibly get. I've been hacked, cyberbullied, and everything else. Like, maybe if you're a person who said something bad to someone, like, even in the past, we still remember that stuff, all of us. Maybe apologize to them, because I had a person who bullied me in year 3. They DM'd me on Insta and talked about how sorry they were and that they had that guilt their whole life. And it was a big relief because he was one of my, like, you know, best friends back at the time. And we kind of got separated because they started bullying me in the process of trying to be cool.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Like,
you know, people do that for, like, attention and all that, to fit in.
Don't bully people for being not cool. Like,
or for just being different, you know, in general.
Yeah, that's something we can all relate to.
Did your speaker just die?
No, it didn't die. It turns off after not being used for a while.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. The speaker's depressed.
Oh my gosh. This guy. I'm done. See, I'm done.
No, like, to be fair, like, we've all had that time where we've been bullied for being different. I mean, not all of us are straight, white, 14-year-olds.
No, it's coming from 2 Asians. You know?
That's coming from 2 Asians, yeah. And it's just, we've seen the community, we've seen a lot of hate happen. But nowadays, some of us are actually getting better. Like, when you get older, you start to understand the other people's, like, issues. Yeah, you become more mature.
Become more understanding.
Yeah. But, people, how you treat people in their teenage years, it can affect them for their whole life. Because, I mean, not everyone's like, you know, comes out of a country, you know, after being, like, locked down for a year, going to a different school, trying to find new friends, and then somehow motivating themselves to become confident again. Not everyone's like that. And it's just, I've seen people give up their dreams for stuff that's just not needed to happen. It didn't have to happen to them. And parents, if you're hearing this, if you're going to be chill with your child, then don't become strict later on. Because one of my friends was a person who could, you know, who had chill parents. You know, they got whatever they wanted. And when they hit year 10, their parents became so strict that they cried all of the time. They were in their room the whole time, just trying to study, bawling their eyes out. Whenever they came to school, they broke down. And that was just the saddest thing I've ever seen happen to a person.
I don't want to, you know, say anything bad about, you know. Is that a friend of yours?
Friend of mine, yeah.
I guess, is he still or she still struggling?
They're struggling, but they're getting better. Because they found help in finding friends. And I guess when you have friends, right, when you can, you know, start making friends, finding people like you, yourself, start relating to them, and basically you can help each other by, motivating each other, supporting.
I was just gonna say, they can be strict, right? But there's obviously an extent.
To an extent, yeah.
It's I guess with like parents overall, I guess being strict is out of their tough love.
Yeah.
They want the best out for their children.
They want to have them have good lives when they grow up,
and to make sure they understand, because at a young age you can learn a lot of things.
And if you learn the wrong things, then that life of yours is no longer.
It's hard to outgrow something that you learned from young.
Yeah, having habits that can sometimes, I guess, ruin your chances of getting a job, becoming an entrepreneur. I mean, if you want to, I guess, become different, you want to get out of the box, right? You need more confidence. Like, you need to have confidence in what you do. Because when you want to do something new, not everyone's going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone's going to come up to you and be like, oh my god, you've done something great for all of us. There is going to always be someone there to try and keep you down. And it's just, it's painful to see that such people are on the internet.
And, people put each other down because they just don't want to see that person succeed. Because they probably, they see in themselves, oh, maybe I can't be like that person. So they go out of their own way to make sure that person doesn't succeed.
Yeah, it's just, make sure to uplift people. Like, no matter what you do, no matter how you think you're going to end up, don't try to push them down. Just don't do it. For those of you affected, we know some of you are affected. Make sure to find something that will motivate you. Whether it would be religion, spirituality, it could be something like happiness, could be hobbies, future, feeling about your future. Could be studies. But that's a rare one.
Yeah, it's a rare one. Maybe if you're a nerd. No. I'm playing.
Oh, yeah. Basically, you just need to find a source of motivation. That's pretty much what we need to do. Yeah. So, it's time for the outro, fam.
Yeah, say something.
What do we say? Okay. So, thank you for going on this journey of inner feelings with us.
Okay.
We've talked about depression. We talked about the causes of depression. Talked about how to nullify depression.
No.
And
Touch
why.
bases on it. Yeah.
We talked about body image issues, stereotypes.
We talked about ourselves as well.
Yeah. We got too deep. We talked about how, I guess the thing that influenced lockdown kind of pretty much threw us all into a massive lapse. How our school currently has a 30% average.
We need help, man. We need help.
Yeah, nah. I mean, to be fair, I got 83% in a specialist test.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Was it the highest?
VH, yeah, highest, 20% higher than everybody else. That was a flex on my behalf.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Well, you need specialists, so I understand.
I need specialists, yeah. But do you need methods, though?
No. I'm doing it for the 8th time, but now I'm regretting it.
Yeah, that happens. Don't do something you'll regret.
And I regret methods.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Alright, so I guess that has been it for today's podcast episode. It's been your boy View45H
and DanielJDC.
Yeah.
And ladies, hit me up!
Yeah! Alright, so thank you for listening to the what is it called?
Oh my gosh.
the Type A podcast.
Type A.
Type A, yeah. If you wanted to know what Type A means, Type A is another
disease.
syllable for motivation, Daniel.
Type A.
I'm not type A.
Type 8.
Oh my God, no, no, nah. Hold on. It's It's actually
a disease.
type of motivation.
Okay.
Type of motivation. All right. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Peace.